Hi guys, I'm Dominique and I'm back with another video. I know I haven't given you guys like a content creator or influencer tip in a while, but today I just wanted to share a quick video where I'll be basically discussing 3 things that I wish I would have known before I became a travel influencer slash content creator. So stay tuned for the video. Okay, the first thing that I honestly wish I would have known before I became a full-time travel influencer slash content creator, that this is basically a 24-hour job. Like 24 hours, I'm constantly on the clock. I constantly have my phone in my hand. You're always trying to come up with new ideas as far as content to post. And I feel like that can honestly like affect your personal life. Like for me personally, I find myself getting more and more anxious, especially like when I'm in large crowds. For some reason I find myself getting more anxious because, like I said, you're constantly on your phone. You constantly have this device in your hand, especially like when I go places with friends or with the family. It's like you have to, in your mind, you're like, okay, I have to create a piece of content, or I have to do this, I have to do that. When I go somewhere with either family or friends, whether it be like a restaurant or just like an outing that I got invited to or whatever, it's like I feel like I have to create a piece of content wherever I am. That's honestly overwhelming and it can affect your mental. So I would say at least try to take time out, which is something that I'm learning for myself right now at this moment. At least try to take some time out to give your device a rest. Take some time out to, I also saw someone mention that they set like an alarm to where they get like a couple of hours where they just basically lay down their phone. They set like an alarm that alerts them at a certain time, where they just lay down their phone and like do something else as far as cleaning or reading a book or taking a self-care day. But that's just for me personally. Like I always find myself having to create content with basically everything I do, which is not good at all because, like I said, it can affect your mental. So that's just thing number 1. Now, thing number 2 that I wish I would have known before becoming a full-time travel influencer and content creator, that of course, like I said, it is good to take time out for yourself and to not constantly be in your head as far as, oh, I have to create this piece of content or that piece of content, or making everything about content. But thing number 2 that I honestly wish I would have known is that, of course, they say it all the time, but you never really take heed to it until you're in that position, that consistency is key. I know you guys hear this all the time. Consistency is key. But by me being constantly consistent, constantly posting, basically finding that formula that reels in my audience, I feel like a lot of creators, like, they don't get that. They just hop into the game like, oh, I see this influencer traveling here, or I see this influencer going this place or getting these things. They see the good parts about it, but they don't see that they don't see the hard work that these influencers basically put into their craft, or that these content creators put into their craft. Like for me personally, I always like to give examples from my personal experience. For me personally, once I saw that I was consistent, that's when I saw my followers started to grow. That's when I saw my content started to get better. That's when I saw more brands or more companies were reaching out to me as far as collaborations, or to send me things, or to send me on trips. So like I said, consistency is key. That's thing number 2 that I feel like you should know as far as being a full-time influencer or a content creator. Thing number 3 that I feel like I wish I would have known before becoming a full-time influencer slash content creator. This is something that I don't hear a lot of influencers or content creators discuss. But when it comes to payment, I'm just gonna say it again. When it comes to payment, these companies will try to play you. Personally, from my personal experience, for example, I can get a big brand collaboration and they'll pay me a nice amount of money. But the whole thing is that, just like everyone else, of course we have bills. So they can pay you like this nice amount of money for you to do this and do that. But the whole thing about this is basically how long it takes for them to pay you, or companies trying to play you. That's another thing. But I'm going to talk about how long it takes for them to pay you. So, of course, like everyone else, we all have bills, right? So my personal issue is, as far as being a full-time influencer content creator, of course, this is my full-time job. You know, when you're working a 9 to 5, you're going to get your paycheck every week or every 2 weeks. Being a full-time content creator, it's very different. And when I say different, I mean there'll be some contracts to where there's, oh, we're gonna pay you $6,000 or $8,000 for this piece of content, but you have to wait 30 days, you have to wait 60 days, you have to wait 90 days, like you have to wait a couple of months to get paid. And it's like, no, like my bills are due this month, like my bills are due this week, or my bills are due like within the next 2 weeks. So I honestly learned that if you're working with a company, especially if you're a full-time creator like myself, I feel like you should upcharge them, especially like if their payout time is very far out, especially like 90 days. I had this one company pay me like 90 days later, and it was like after 90 days. It took them like a long time to pay me for the content that I made for them like months and months ago. But like I said, like the bills are due today. Like I need to pay my bills like this week. So that's another thing I feel like people, I honestly feel like people should know when it comes to being a full-time content creator. And also, like I said, companies will try to play you. And when I say try to play you, I mean, like for me, I've been doing this for about, I would say maybe 11, maybe almost 12 years now. So I've been in the game for a long time, so I know how like a lot of stuff works. I know how some stuff works. I wouldn't say everything, because every day these companies are coming up with like new tricks that they use in order to basically get off on content creators. But these companies will like try to get off on you as far as hiding little things and like their contracts. So like I tell every content creator, please fully read over your contracts, because they will try to get off on you tremendously. And when I say get off on you, I mean they will try to, in the contract they'll have it like far down somewhere to where it says, oh, we're gonna pay you like $1,000 to post this video, but we're gonna advertise it, or we can advertise it basically anywhere: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, email, newsletters, whatever. We can advertise it anywhere for the next 365 days, or for the next 2 years, or for the next 5 years. And it's like these companies are constantly gaining revenue off of your likeness. Like I always tell people, as you grow as an influencer or a content creator, would you constantly want this one company that you work with like 2 or 3 years ago to constantly gain revenue off your likeness, and they only paid you one time? So read over those contracts. Don't let these companies take advantage of you, because they truly will, or they truly will try. I'm learning this for myself as well, because a couple of companies have tried to do this to me. But like I said, that's why it's always great to read over those contracts. And another example, I just want to throw this in there. Companies will reach out to you, even though you have a large following, because this still happens to me. Companies will try to reach out to you and see that you have a large following and a large engagement and a huge amount of influence, but they will still try to play you as far as, oh, we want you to post 4 TikTok videos, but we're only going to give you like $50. It's a waste of time. It takes time and effort in order to create videos. Yeah, it takes time and effort in order to create videos for your audience, especially when you're only getting like $50 for whatever product it is that you're promoting, or service that it is that you're promoting. These companies are constantly gaining revenue off of you. But like I said, those are the things that I wish I would have known before I became a full-time influencer / content creator. And those things were being consistent, of course, the turnaround time when it comes to pay, and that being an influencer and a full-time content creator is basically a 24-hour job that you're constantly on the clock. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or if you have anything specific that you want to ask me. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, I'll see you in my next video. Peace, guys.